This is Cardboard Convos, the podcast where trading card expert Tony Reed breaks down the world of buying, selling, and trading cards. Whether you're new to the hobby or chasing the next big pool, Tony's got the insights to help you level up your collection.
Welcome back, Cardboard Convos. I'm Chad Evans inside the Stone State studio along with my buddy Tony Reed, where we talk about collectibles, baseball cards, football cards. That's what we talk about. We're here in central Pennsylvania. Please like, subscribe, do your thing, and follow us on this journey of Cardboard Convos. Good to see you, Tony.
Good to see you, too. Here, before we get started,
Please.
I would just like to kind of reiterate the like and follow and subscribe, because we are always having people like, oh, we watched the last video. I love it. Like the views are reflecting that.
Sure.
I'm incredibly happy with the views we have, but like, where's the commitment on the follow through to the like and subscribe? I know.
Follow us on this journey. That is life.
Us.
Yeah.
Officially follow us.
Yeah. Please do. You know, the more community members we get on, especially a YouTube channel, the more Netflix would be inclined to have us on their platform.
By that time,
we'll share the
we
wealth.
become too powerful and we just keep it in house and do it ourselves.
We got a lot
all the money.
All the money.
All the money.
We got a lot to talk about in this episode, but first we want to talk about a special episode that's going to be filmed live at Pine Otter Days.
Yes.
Pine Otter Brewing out here in our own backyard. Wonderful establishment here in Northumberland. Plenty of beer, great pizza, a lot of fun vibes. And we're going to talk about collectibles.
We are.
That's what we're going to do.
See, that's kind of been my vision for some time now. I wanted to have like the live experience just to see how it would go. You know, back from our radio days, we were doing on location stuff, and even with a radio station I won't mention here, when I moved on, we were doing live at Buffalo Wild Wings, just having fun. It was fun. It was a good time. So I wanted to do that somewhere in town locally. We know the guys at Pine Otter Brewing, the Fishers, great family. Yeah. So we're going to do that. It's Thursday, July 23rd, 6 p.m. We're going to have our podcast, much as you see here. We might have a guest or two. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Okay. Still working that out. And we also invite you, implore you, ask of you, bring your cards. We want to see your cards. Yeah. Your favorite card, something you want to sell us, something you want us to kind of give you an idea of the value of it if you can't find it. I actually I'm going to have a couple guys there on the side. They're going to kind of be the gatekeepers. They're going to go through your cards. If it's something crazy, we're gonna throw you right on the podcast immediately if you so choose.
Okay.
So and if not, then we're gonna do our thing and we'll just be talking heads and we'll have a good time either way.
That sounds great. And I'll set up the equipment.
Yes, that's key. That's very key.
And make sure I'm out there in time to pick up my daughter from gymnastics. So we'll get that all done. So that's Thursday, July 23rd.
Yes, 6 p.m.
At 6 o'clock at Pine Otter Brewing Company,
254 Front Street, I believe.
Wow, there you go. Baby. And you're not a beer drinker.
I am not.
I am. So I'm really happy. And it is a great establishment.
You can drink for both of us. I'll have my Diet Cokes and you can have your...
I know. I'll take care of the rest.
Loggers and whatever
I'll take
else
care of the rest. Maybe you'll pick up my daughter from gymnastics.
There you go. There you go. I'll send Michelle out. Send Michelle and Izzy to...
We got some rookie cards to talk about today. But, you know, before we get into some of the rookie cards that you brought up in conversation, we had a conversation about past players that we kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
We haven't brought up the GOAT, Rickey Henderson.
No, I don't know that we have at any point yet.
Growing up in our generation, Rickey Henderson is the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
still is.
Leadoff man for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But the art of the stolen base, where he picks up the base and breaks the record of the most stolen bases, iconic.
939. Why do I know that?
Yeah, because it was on a card.
It was Upper Deck. Him and Lou Brock. It absolutely was. Yep.
You know, just to see that image, Rickey Henderson, may he rest in peace, held that base up and stuff, and everybody was going nuts. We lost the art of stolen bases.
We absolutely have.
Why has
Don't ask me why I know this. Nasim Nunez has 32. I believe that leads baseball right now.
32.
Bobby Witt has about 30. O'Neal Cruz, when he's healthy, he was hovering in there. So you're basically at the halfway point, and you have 32 steals leads the league. Henderson and Vince Coleman, those cats, were stealing 100 plus a year. Now it's a totally different game. I get it. I don't want to sound like the old head. I understand, but there's no such thing as 100 base stealer anymore.
I don't know, man. But
Shohei, our boy, was a 50-50 last year, and he had 59. I believe that led everybody.
But that was a card you wanted to rip.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, Ricky Henderson, like, come on.
The shades, talking about himself in the third person.
So cool. Ricky's going to steal that bag.
All-time record for leadoff homers, all-time steals record, all-time runs scored record. Like, he was just a machine. And like you said, just cool.
Yeah.
Just a cool cat.
Yeah.
And he's a one of a kind for sure.
His quads.
Like Saquon Barkley. It's like reminiscent of like a Barkley or something.
But man, just the greatest leadoff of all time.
Yeah.
Rookie card. What are we talking about today?
Oh, we're going to go into that first.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to bring
before we talk about Keith Olbermann.
I wanted to bring a prime example of, as you're going through a vintage box of cards or even a modern box of cards, just the cards you kind of gloss over and don't really give a second thought to. So I brought a card in today, 1978 Topps Glenn Burke rookie card. I don't know if we can see that. I know sometimes I throw this up there and it's a little blurry, and I'm not holding it properly.
Good old Glenn Burke.
So 1978 Topps, year I was born. Shout out 1978.
Let's go.
Let's go. Glenn Burke was a rookie in 78. This card in this condition, I mean, $1, right? PSA 9 copies you can get for $30 to $40. It's not a valuable card. Most collectors probably wouldn't even know who Glenn Burke was. Well, I'm going to tell you who Glenn Burke was. On October 2nd, 1977, Dusty Baker hit his 30th home run for the Dodgers, right? So basically last game of the season, like October 2nd, end of the year. Rookie Glenn Burke is in the on-deck circle, right? So Dusty cracks his 30th. That made him... It was history because 4 Dodgers hit 30 that year. It was Reggie Smith, Ron Say, Steve Garvey, Dusty Baker. Mm-hmm. So like last game of the season, they're doing well. Bam, 30th history, right? So Dusty Baker rounds him, touches home plate. Glenn Burke's in the on-deck circle. He didn't know what to do, so he just stuck his hand up. Dusty Baker touches his hand. That was the very first high five ever. Glenn Burke is responsible for the very first high five ever.
On record.
Yes. Yeah. I was digging a little deeper. Magic Johnson assures everyone that he and his teammates at Michigan State in the late 70s were doing it. Someone in Louisville said they were the first, but on record, Glenn Burke and Dusty Baker did the first high five.
I'm sure Ben Franklin high-fived somebody. Thomas Jefferson stuck his hand out and somebody else touched it. Glenn Burke didn't invent the high five, but everybody was like, what? It was like witnessing the moonwalk.
The Dodgers, Dodgers went in a playoff run, and they really rallied around that high five. And then, the rest is history in sports, of course.
Did Glenn Burke have a long career?
No. Actually, he was also, he was one of the first publicly gay athletes. He came out and obviously faced a lot of issues and homophobia and things like that, even from their front offices. He got traded to the A's and was out of baseball by, I want to say, 1980. So short career, but like those two things, being one of the first openly gay athletes publicly and potentially the creator of the high five. I mean,
in baseball,
for $1, add his rookie card to your collection. Come on.
That's a nice little collection.
And then you can tell that story to everybody that sees your collection.
That's a nice card for your PC.
Yeah. I thought
so. Another nice card would be a Honus Wagner.
It would. It definitely would.
Now, you have a little bit of a beef going on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say beef because I don't think Keith Olbermann knows I exist, but the question, it's not a question. So
tell the story.
Yeah, so this has been decades in the making, apparently. Years ago, in the mid to late 90s, Keith Olbermann is... obviously, legendary Sports Center anchor and personality, moved into politics and things of that nature. I didn't follow that. I'm not into politics. Anyhow, he's been a lifelong sports card collector, basically vintage baseball for the most part, like super knowledgeable, super passionate, all due respect for his involvement in the hobby. And he, at one point in the mid-90s, came across a gentleman on the West Coast who was, let's say, altering sports cards.
Altering
yes.
sports cards.
And that's that can run a gamut of things. Altering is anything from trimming edges to recoloring to trying to get surface scratches off, to get, wax stains or gum off a card. Yeah. Anything to change that original card is altering in some way. Well, I mean, there were, like, I'll come across cards, someone wrote third base on the guy's face, like, just to know, or traded, like, anything to change that card is altering it. Some people try and do it for the benefit of reselling and value. Other people just do it because they don't even see it as a collectible and it's just a piece of paper. So, but that's a whole different topic. So this gentleman on the West Coast was like a proficient card, like alterer, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. So it's at some point, Olbermann paid this man $75,000 over the course of a few years in payments to find the worst condition Honus Wagner, T206 Honus, the most iconic card ever, to find the worst condition Wagner he could and bring it back to life, basically. It was kind of like this, I wouldn't say pet project, it was $75,000, but it was a project. So Olbermann's had this card literally as like a bookend for years. It was like a paperweight, he said. He joked that he just had it in this thick screw down or holder, and it was literally a paperweight. Well, recently decided it got graded by CGC. It came back altered, of course, and resurfaced or restored. I'm sorry. So it was authentic that the Wagner was real, but it was also restored. So what this guy did, he found a Honus. It was affectionately called the Honus die cut because whoever did it literally cut Honus's image off of the tobacco card. So the only thing that remained of the card was the Honus. So die cut, that's the thing in the hobby. Like it's a die cut. So it was affectionately called the Honus die cut. Well, this guy, this restorer, took the Honus die cut and got a card that he basically called a donor card, like another card, same time period, same set, and rebuilt this Honus Wagner tobacco card. Like literally rebuilt this card. A donor. I thought that was hilarious. The term donor. Like they so he rebuilt this card, right? It's going up for auction. It's going to be at a Fanatics Fest, kind of on display. And it's going to go in a For the Love of the Game auction, I believe it is later. I believe it's later this month or early next month. So that's kind of the news in the hobby. I have a take on that. I want to hear your take. What would you think if, for example, someone just cut Glenn Burke out of this card and some other guy kind of tried to recreate this card? What would your feeling be on like its collectability, I guess?
So I could see it a couple of different ways. If I had a Honus Wagner, and then you would have to be in a conversation of why you have this Honus Wagner, and then you have to explain to be like, well, it's been altered.
Yeah,
I had it fixed up.
Yeah,
this is what it is now. Me personally, I would much rather have an Honus Wagner as is than have it refurbished. However, let's talk about the automobile industry. When you have a 1958 Corvette, you have these enthusiasts that are like, well, it has to have that original engine, you know? But then you have people that want a 1958 Corvette to have a 1958 Corvette, and they don't care if there's, Bose system in it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of personality of what you own.
Yeah.
But for me, like I'll take any Corvette, right? But when it comes
As
to
most of us probably would.
Yeah, but when like nostalgia, as a baseball card, I wouldn't want it doctored.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think this is going to sell for?
That's a great question. They were very upfront and forward. This is what we did
because
with this card.
Because if it sells high, guess what?
This will be the test, because I say any Honus is $1 million card. This might be the card that puts that to the test, because that is truly the lowest of the low. And I hate to say it that way. I don't mean it that way, but it's not a 1, it's not a 2, it's not a 5, 7, 8, go up the list.
So if he put $75,000 in his card and we don't know what he paid for the card.
Yeah.
So to get your return on investment will have to be much higher than that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I would be shocked if it didn't go for near $1 million. I think it's probably hovering in the $1 million. I could be way off. It might go for 2.3. I don't know. But I believe it's still $1 million card. And that's my thought. Any Honus. And like I said, this is one that might put us to the test.
But then here we go. Then what's a Dr. Jordan?
Yeah.
I've
had altered Jordans in my collection. I've had Jordan rookies where the corners were white. So you could tell someone literally took a red Sharpie, because the border's red in certain parts, the corners. It's that you could literally see that they tried to make the corners red again. Now, it's still a Jordan. Here's my thought. Before we get too deep.
Go ahead.
I don't like this idea. You're
a purist.
I'm a purist. I'm the guy who wants the original Mustang. And I know things are different in different categories, like cars. Yeah, a lot of people want them restored. Even in fine art, I didn't realize this until recently. People restore fine art. I'm not a fan. If I have the Mona Lisa, I don't want some random ass artist adding background
with
to
a
the
red
Mona
Sharpie
Lisa.
doctor in the corner.
That's insanity to me. Call me crazy. That's crazy to me. I want the original Mona Lisa. I don't want someone to add, the happy clouds to it or fix it up. Whatever its original form is, that's what I personally would
as
prefer as a collector. I know there's people all over the gamut. I get it. I totally understand. But me personally, I would rather have the die-cut Honus. It has its own story. There's 52 Manals out there like that sold. We've talked about the 52 Manal with the beard because someone penciled in a beard on him. Like it's its own story. It's its own card. That's, like I said, I like originality. I think more is less. I just think it's wild to rebuild. You're literally rebuilding this card. I think I was talking to my wife this morning about this. I was telling her about the podcast, some of the topics. I think where I draw the line, this is where I came to take away from a card. Like if you trim it, obviously that's bad.
Yeah.
If there's paper, if there's something lost from the card, that's bad. But I think it's a whole different ball game if you're adding something to the card.
Right.
Like if you're literally rebuilding a card.
Yeah.
And I get it. The other pieces original. I get it. Like you said, it's kind of like the automotive industry or something along those lines. I know like high-end watches, that's a very common thing to reimagine or rework a high-end watch. Like I get it. But whatever that thought is has not crossed over into sports cards yet, at least not on a wide scale. Maybe this is the card that does that. I don't know. I just know personally, I think more is less. I would rather have that less, and that less is more to me in this regard.
To you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my take.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And the card itself, like I've seen the picture of the card after, it's gorgeous, but it's just not my cup of tea, not my. No, again, no one's going to turn down a Honus. Like that's idiotic. No one's turning down a Honus Wagner, even one that's kind of been reimagined, I guess, in a way. But.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, baseball cards are art.
Yeah,
it's a piece of art, and automobiles, they can be art, of course.
Yeah,
but a 1953 Chevy pickup that doesn't have power steering, maybe you want to take it somewhere.
Yeah.
So you can put some power steering in it. Is it original? No. But it gets you from point A to point B. So I think that might be a little bit of a different
That's what I mean. It's like it hasn't hit the collectibles category yet to restore and rebuild
Yeah, but no, I consider, baseball cards as art.
Yeah.
And, the popularity behind them of these cards that you don't find everywhere should be held in respect of not being doctored.
Yeah, it's like I said.
So we're on the same way.
I think Olbermann even said, well, if you had the Declaration of Independence or a copy, if you spilled coffee on it, what would you do? Well, that would really suck.
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd get to that point, but I wouldn't.
Unless it was Thomas Jefferson's coffee.
Yeah.
Then that's a different story.
Yeah, literally, But I just want it. And whatever. Then that accident happened. But I want the original document. I want the original card. I want the original piece of art. I want the original watch. I'm not a car guy, so I don't know what I would want in that category. I don't know if I'd care either way enough. But I want the original. And that's a whole. Like again, we could do an entire episode on this. That card alteration. There are companies out there now, especially with ultra modern cards. How shiny they are and how glossy they are. There are companies that will clean your cards before you grade them. They will, they will like buff them out. They will, the whole nine. They will clean. So there's people that are on both sides of the fence on that as well. Is that overboard or is that just being smart before you grade? Right. Again, there's also people that have concocted different liquids to, like, I've seen people like literally drop a piece of paper in a liquid and they'll get like the gum stain off it. They'll try and remove any surface issues, and people can really do some work on cards to restore them.
Yeah.
So that is the big topic in the hobby right now. Where do people stand on that? And like I said, my point is, I would rather have the original, warts and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this Honus Wagner got kicked down the yard and spit on, and thrown in a pile of dirt and cut up, that's the one I want. Yeah. That's just me, though. But
it's an interesting take.
It really is. It's a fun topic. It's a fun conversation to have.
Well, speaking of fanatics, you're going, right?
Yeah, very briefly. Obviously, we're here at the shop and we're working, and I'm actually going to spend some time with Steel City, my boys, Steel City Cards and Collectibles out in Pittsburgh. Sean Bennett. There's just a great team of people out there. Shout out Scott as well. I have a great relationship with Scott there. And I spent a few hours with them at the National in Atlantic City a few years back. I literally just went behind like, hey, helping customers. Hey, what can I do?
Yeah.
And just to get their experience at that level, because they're one of the biggest. They're one of the biggest, one of the best on the planet. So to see their volume and their way of handling business is really exciting to me. Like I said, I spent a day with them there. That's a whole different world than a Fanatics Fest too. So the original thought was we were going to kind of go hang out and shadow them and do some type of quick little piece, but that's not going to work out logistically, which is fine for everyone. But we're definitely going to get up there and spend a day with with Steel City at Fanatics and do some fun stuff.
Cool.
So,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
For those who have been following along about the Chicago story.
Dude, we have like a really cool 3-week window.
Yeah.
If I'm going from Fanatics Fest to live show, then we're going to Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Within a 2-week
The old Windy City.
We are going to the Windy City.
No,
this time around. I don't care.
I don't care
what's going on with this arm.
Yeah, we had it planned for our trip to Chicago. Tony had to get some surgery done. He's fine. Don't worry. I know everybody was worried.
Everybody, dude. Everybody.
I know, the mail. My God, the mail. It was embarrassing for all of us.
I couldn't even walk into my front door. It's like, what is all this mail everywhere?
I know. So we've rescheduled the trip. We have it nailed down here at the end of July. And we're going.
Yep, absolutely going.
We're not going to tell you why we're going.
But you'll see we'll
tell you afterwards.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be
a nice
fun.
Little 2-week
nice little jaunt. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How long does it take to get out there? We're driving, right?
Yeah, 9-ish.
9-ish? Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm never sure.
Yeah.
Every trip we've ever taken, I've just totally...
Like, it's like 4 hours. Wait, it's 3 days.
I've totally blown up time frames on every single trip we've ever taken. So don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Just say don't quote me on that.
But we're looking forward to that. What else you got on your agenda today?
That's it, big dog.
Yeah.
That's it. We're excited about everything coming up.
Yeah, a lot of good things happening.
It's good to be back in the studio. It's been a little while. So it was fun to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad you'll be able to make it.
New addition to the set.
Yeah.
The Shill Auto.
Yeah, that's fun. My buddy Rob Brooks from the Phillies, he came to my golf tournament, dropped that off, and I'm like, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, you can auction it off if you want. He goes, or? I said, well, I'll take the or. But no, maybe we'll do something with that someday, and we can auction it off if anybody wants a signed Kurt Schilling jersey.
I mean,
authenticated.
Bam.
Right there. So that's a lot of fun. We'll see you July 23rd at Pine Otter Brewing in Northumberland at 6 o'clock for our live show. That will not go any longer than an hour.
If you have to go, I understand.
I
might be there a while.
The problem is, well, you can stay.
If you guys bring me cards, I'll stay as long as I have to.
Okay.
You got the Tony Reed.
Yeah. Well, you also live
commitment.
4 steps away from there, so
Might be a little more than 4,
I don't
know.
But you'll hang out and
absolutely.
do our thing. So thanks for tuning in. You just witnessed Cardboard Convos episode 12. Please again, like, subscribe, share, follow, engage, heart, thumbs up. No angry faces.
No.
We appreciate your time. For Tony Reed, I'm Chad Evans inside the Stone State Studio. We'll see you next time.